All right. What's going on, guys? Doing a pop-up stream. What's happening? Doing a late night pop-up stream on y'all real quick. How is everybody doing? How are y'all doing this lovely weekend? I'm still doing the live show on Sunday, but I'm just doing a pop-up on y'all. Checking on you, seeing if y'all good out here. Making sure the family's not out here in the streets doing some things they ain't supposed to be doing. You know, I got to check in on you every blue moon. What's up, family? Yeah, off guard stream. Hold on, let me edit the topic here before I go on. Hold on, hold on one second. Hold on, cold. All right, hope I spelled all that stuff right. I'm talking about the Bruno Mars controversy. Bruno Mars. All right, I had to change the subject here. All right, man, so what is going on, family? We're here, we're live. It is a lovely weekend and all that stuff. Hold on one second, I'm getting it together. Y'all bear with me. I'm over here getting things together. Y'all gotta bear with a player. I hate I can't do all this stuff when I'm actually live. I mean, before I go live, I wish I can take care of a lot of this stuff. All right. Nice. So how y'all doing, man? It's the weekend, man. What you guys doing? What you guys at home chilling? What y'all do? What's up, Jalen? What's up, Kiki Naturalista? How are you, beloved? Can you turn my mic up? Can you guys hear me? But can I marry you? Can I marry you? Okay, marry you and your fiance. Okay, there you go. I see what you mean. You know, perform the ceremony. I said I look hungry. I'm actually good. I'm not hungry now. Y'all can hear me? How's the sound? Hold on, let me listen to myself. Hold on. I said I look hungry. I'm actually good. Okay, the sound is good. The sound is good. Got that mink slide shirt. Got the mink slide shirt. Hold on, let me let everybody know on Twitter that I'm live now. Excuse me, I'm all burping and shit. And I'm gonna talk about my whole vegan journey that I'm on right now. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Right now, join me at. All right. Let me let folks know on Twitter that I'm live, and I'm gonna do a stream on the gram. I'm gonna stream live on the gram. All right. There's a lot of y'all in here already. Got that Miami Vice Grand Theft. Look, yeah, let me shout out to everybody who's supporting the Mink Slide movement. A lot of people are getting the pre-order of the Mink Slide single, the It's Time single. A lot of people love the single. And what's interesting, even my haters love the single, I'm sorry. They love the single. Let me go live on Instagram too while I'm sitting here chopping it up with y'all, family. Y'all just bear with a player one moment. Y'all bear with me one moment. Video. Trying to get all this shit together. Live video. Let me see if I can do a live video. Please try broadcasting the desktop version. Connect camera. Let me see if that'll work. Camera. On the latest version of Chrome or Firefox. That ain't gonna work. Okay. All right. I'm just trying to see if I can go live on Facebook too. Shout out. Okay, y'all putting some on the Melanoid Ministries. I respect that. Let me shout out them real quickly. Forever Noble put down 10. The Gemini Online, my man, Jubel England put 20 on it. Shout out to that brother. POV Hilarious D, shout out to my brother. He said, get that Beyond Burger. A lot of folks are recommending that. You know where I might go this weekend? I want to go to that place. It's a place in Inglewood people keep recommending to me, a vegan place. Still, what the fuck is that name? What's that place? There's a vegan. What's up, William D? How are you, brother? What's that place? Y'all like the mink slide shirts? We're going to have some mink slide shirts and jackets on sale pretty soon. The mink slide movement is really taking over. We're doing good things with the mink slide movement. People love it. You can hear Dame Funk. Man, yeah, Dame, me and Dame was chopping it up today. I might be in the studio with him early next week. And that group out of Atlanta, the Apex, I'm going to be working with them. I'm bringing them out here so we can get some things started. I'm going live on Instagram while I'm talking to you, lovely people. Pause due to poor connection. Hold on. All right, we're going live on the gram. What's up, Instagram? All right. Not Simply Wholesome. That's one place. There's another place down in LA, in Inglewood. Stuff I Eat. Yes, that's the name of it. A lot of people keep recommending Stuff I Eat. What's up, Instagram? How you guys doing? Instagram? But Stuff I Eat, that's the name of it. And I heard it's good. The sister who runs the place, a very good-looking sister who's like damn near 70. I was looking at a video of the sister who runs it, the head chef. I think she's the owner. And, good-looking sister. And she was like, yeah, I'm 65 years old. And this was a couple of years ago. She's like 67 by now. I'm like, damn. But, so you got some Egyptian musk incense. For those who don't know, that's going to be, Babette. Yeah. Sister Babette. What's up, Isaac Richardson? How are you, man? Tithes and offerings, man. Much respect. There's a blessing with your name on it, brother. Oh, man. What's going on over there in the Instagram chat room? I see y'all, Instagram. What's going on with the Instagram? Why is it acting slow? You got to drink the water. Okay. All right, Instagram. All right. All right, but what I want to talk about a few things tonight. First of all, like I said, I want to thank everybody for getting that mint slide pre-order. A lot of people are getting a pre-order for mink slide. I want everybody right now. Almost 1,000 in here. We're getting to 1,000 right now. Everybody in here, go to iTunes and pre-order our single from Mink Slide. Just go to iTunes, go to the iTunes store and type in Mink Slide, It's Time. It'll come up and just pre-order it. It's $1. It's $1. The single is going to be officially released on March 20th, but I need y'all to get that pre-order. Very important. Get that pre-order game popping. You dig? And when it comes out, you can stream it on Spotify and Tidal and all that, but I want the family to get that single now and pre-order it right at iTunes. You're talking about Sarnetta's event. Shout out to Sarnetta. Shout out to Sarnetta's events. He's having the Sarnetta Award, the Sarnetta TV Awards. That's happening that's in New York. What's the date of Sarnetta's event? I want to know the date of Sarnetta's event. And that's a good thing Sarnetta is doing. He's having an award show, just giving recognition to a lot of people in the community, a lot of conscious people, a lot of people who've been around for a minute doing their thing. And Sarnetta's been in the game for a minute, and you gotta give Sarnetta his respect. Sarnetta's been representing the culture for a long time. And this award is very, very timely, this award show. I'm going to try to go out there. I know I got a lot of stuff scheduled for the summer, and I know they're giving me an award. I want to see if I can move some things around. I can't make any promises. I would love to go to the event. It's going to be a real nice event. And again, it's something that's needed. We need to start recognizing our own. We need to start looking out for our own. We need to start giving props to our own. It's very, very important. And, Sarnett is the plug. Sarnett has been getting footage and chopping it up with a lot of these brothers and sisters for years. A lot of the people who were in the Hidden Color series. You dig? He's been getting footage of those people for years. So he's out there. He's boots on the ground with it. Yeah, he's boots on the ground with it. Yeah, and we got to give Sarnett a props, man. As far as content, what a lot of people are doing now, Sarnett was doing that shit, a decade or so ago? You understand? So now, you got to give it, he's one of the pioneers of that. That's, no matter what you think about that brother. I know that's some people who beef with him or whatever, but Vlad, all these people, that he paved the way for that street urban thing where you're getting urban footage, and not in no dusty way. That's the thing that you got to give him props for, because it's not no shit where you're glamorizing just stupid shit like what a lot of people do now. You dig? My man went out there on the streets and he got people who were talking about some real shit. So another went out here on the streets and he got people who were scholars, people who were conscious, people who were revolutionaries, people who were talking about building, people who were thinkers. You understand? And made that something that was fly. So shout out to him. And the award show, again, y'all need to look that up, the Sarnetta TV Awards. What's the date again? What is the date for the awards? I want to say July 7th. I want to say July 7th. Somebody in the chat room help me out. You dig? Somebody help me out with that. I think it's July 7th. It's July 7th. And what's the name of the venue? Yes, July 7th this year. And I wish that, I don't know what the website is. I wish he had like a particular website. I guess you can Google, for tickets and information like that. I don't know if there's one particular website, but I think you can Google. Symphony Space, that's right. Symphony Space. It's going to be a Symphony Space. Symphony Space. What's up, London, England? It's 6:22 a.m. in London, man. Shout out to London, man. I love London. I got so much love for London and the whole UK, man. When I go out there, y'all treat me right. They roll out the red carpet for me in the UK. That's why my group, I want to go out there and do a concert and just rock that shit out there in the UK. I would love to go out there with my group and just rock out, man. Shout out to Brixton. I absolutely love the UK, man. They showed me so much love out there. More of us need to go out there to the UK and politic with the brothers and sisters there. Shout out to my brother Akala. Oh, man. Shout out to Shaka Bars. Yeah, you got some riders out there in the UK. Shout out to my man, my promoters out there who I work with. I'm supposed to be going to Birmingham, England, I think in June for a lecture. I might be going out there for a lecture then. I need to go to Manchester and Liverpool. That's right. I haven't been out there yet, I don't think. I haven't been out there. But again, like I said, everybody, what's up over there in the Instagram? Everybody over there on Instagram, you guys, yeah, the barbers ain't shit. Other than that, the barbers ain't worth a damn out there. But other than that, it's all to the gravy. You dig? Hold on one second. Hold on. Let me end this. Hold on. 1 second. End live video. Okay, I know what's going on. Hold on. Share. Hold on. I know what's going on. Y'all bear with me 1 second. Y'all bear with me 1 second. Let me switch something up here. All right. All right, let me go live here. Y'all bear with me. All right. All right. I'm restarting the Instagram. I'm restarting the gram. What's up over there in Instagram? How y'all doing? I'm broadcasting live. I'm on Instagram and I'm on YouTube live right now. So I'm chopping it up with everybody. What's up from Flint, Michigan? Shout out to Flint, Michigan. And again, you know what's interesting, again, I got to thank everybody for shouting out Mink Slide and really bumping that Mink Slide. People love the song It's Time. Even my haters like it. I've been seeing people who can't stand me write articles and say, hey, look, I hate that motherfucker Tariq, but that It's Time shit is banging. That don't change my hate for his ass. But we're going to have to be honest, that song is banging. And that's the thing. No matter what you say about me, no matter what you think, I'll take all that. I don't give a shit about personal criticism. That's fine. But one thing, people, you cannot say that song is not fucking banging. Even my worst haters, they got to give it up. Say, baked Alaska page. I mean, some of my hardcore haters, they're like, oh, man, that shit is kind of tight. It bumps. It bumps. The song is tight. It's a catchy song. It's a fun song. The video is fly. You can't hate on it. Yeah, you can say, well, look at that nigga's coat. Look at that nigga moving his shoulders. All right, that's fine. That's fine. I'll be all that. But the song is banging, though, and you know it is. They got to give it up. Because the thing, it don't sound like none of this skinny jeans shit that's popping now. It's some real OG funk. You gotta give it up. And some people are trying to compare it to Bruno Mars, and I like Bruno Mars, but it's not really. And that's something that's very interesting. If this generation, you think something with funk in it, you equate that with Bruno Mars. That's interesting. Y'all act like Charlie Wilson ain't still around. You understand? Y'all act like Charlie Wilson ain't still alive. Like Alexander O'Neal ain't around. Yeah, if you're going to compare it to something, compare it to some Alexander O'Neal. That was one of my influences. Some people said, oh, that's like the time. I'll take that. I'll take that. You know, compare it to something that I grew up on. I grew up on Charlie Wilson and the Gap Band and Alexander and Colonel Abrams. I'll take some of that too. Y'all don't know nothing about Colonel Abrams. He was the shit. He's from Detroit. Like I was born in Detroit. But speaking of Bruno Mars, earlier today, Bruno Mars was trending because there was some shea butters who were talking about Bruno Mars' culture appropriation because he's doing black music and he's not black. And this topic comes up every blue moon. And a lot of the shea butters from, The Root, Ebony, some of those, bullshit publications, they do that whole culture appropriation bullshit. And my thing is this, if it's a valid argument, yeah. If it's somebody really doing it and disrespecting the culture, that's one thing. But understand this, and I want y'all to be very clear. I want y'all to peep game. Understand that a lot of these people who sit up here and talk about culture appropriation, they will attack another non-white person. But notice they won't say nothing about a straight up white person as far as that. Or another white male, a white male. They'll say Bruno Mars is a soft target as far as I'm concerned because he's still a victim of white supremacy. Even though he's not black, he's still a non-white person. So that's still a soft target. It's kind of easy to attack Bruno Mars because now you attack Bruno Mars, the white supremacists don't really get upset. Oh, those are just niggas fighting. You understand? Because even though Bruno Mars is not black to us and he doesn't consider himself black, in the system of white supremacy, Bruno Mars is the nigga. You understand that? No, Bruno Mars is thorough. No, he's not overrated. Bruno Mars is very thorough. I like Bruno Mars stuff. He's really representing. Bruno Mars puts out good stuff, and he deserved all the Grammys he got. No, Bruno Mars is that dude. But the thing is, understand this. He's still a victim of white supremacy, and just because a couple of shea butters will kind of throw salt on him, that doesn't mean they're representing for the culture. Understand, these are some shea butter bedwenches who will suck a white dick the minute they get one in their faces. Don't let them fool you. They'll take on a soft target, but they don't say nothing about the Justin Timberlakes, who I don't really fuck with. They don't say nothing about the Justin Biebers, who has really said some disrespectful shit about black people. You understand? That's what I'm talking about, that chick. I don't want to say her name. I'm not really giving her no shine. All those shea butters alike, so I don't have to pick one shea butter out to really prop her up and make her something that they're not. They're not really that important for me to single them out because all of them have that same mentality. But understand, they will take on a soft target and act like they're down, but they still got a little bedwench spirit up in them. You dig? And saying that Bruno Mars is cultural appropriation, no, I don't think that's valid. And what happens is that's a cry wolf thing. You're crying wolf, and you're invalidating real grievances from people who are really appropriating the culture and being disrespectful about it and not giving props and not paying homage and not paying financial dues. Because that's another thing. You got the Robin Thicke's out here and all these people raping the Marvin Gaye catalog and not wanting to pay the family. That's cultural appropriation as far as I'm concerned. You got these Justin Biebers and all these people, you take stuff. Justin Timberlake, he's another one. He disrespects people on the low. You understand? So the thing is, we have to understand when that argument is valid, and there's some people to put that argument on. The thing is, when it comes to old school funk black music, we have a bad habit, and I tweeted this earlier, and it went viral, and I know People Magazine picked up my tweet. A lot of times I just be tweeting shit, and then it ends up going viral, and then it becomes a thing, and, I didn't want it to become a thing. It was just a thought. It was just my retort on the way people think and the way people get down. Understand, the problem with us, with black people, we can't sit up and criticize the Bruno Mars and people like that because we oftentimes will create something and then we'll abandon it. Because we're trendsetters, that's a gift and a curse. Black people, we are the trendsetters, but the thing is we're so used to doing new things, and oppressed people are always looking for something new. This is why we create so much. When you are oppressed, you're always looking for something different, something to wiggle away from the oppression. So you're creating different art forms. You're creating different escape routes to a certain degree. We got to look at the psychology behind creativity to a certain degree. With us and with the white supremacists. Understand, the white supremacists became creative because they were struggling. They were oppressed by the environment coming up out of the Ice Age. So they had to go around the world and be creative on how to dominate people and survive themselves. So they had to come up with creative ways. Now, when you are an oppressed people, you always come up with ways to alleviate the stress of oppression. This is why we create so much shit. We create jazz, then we abandon it. Understand that? We abandon jazz. When you say jazz now, you go look up any jazz fest around the country, you're going to see Kenny G headlining, Boney James. There's going to be a bunch of white groups headlining the jazz fest. Let's be real. Many blues concerts. Most of the people who go to Blues Fest are white audiences. It's white audiences going to blues concerts. That's why so many blues singers and many R&B singers, they had to go to Europe. Because the black audience, You hot and you trendy, but then you charge them to the game, then it's on to something new. And we have a very bad habit of abandoning things that we create, and then other people pick up on it and capitalize off of it. And we're not there being the gatekeepers of it. You understand? We got to be the gatekeepers to a certain degree. Even with rock and roll, when you think rock and roll, you think of Aerosmith, Bon Jovi. They took rock and roll because we abandoned it. We created all that. Ike Turner, Chubby Checker, Chuck Berry, not Chubby Checker, but Chuck Berry, that's who I meant. Howlin' Wolf, all of these people, we created that and we just left it. Funk and R&B from the 70s. Now, feel me. Music from the 70s and late 60s, early 70s, James Brown in particular, we were the gatekeepers for James Brown to a certain degree because we kept his music alive through hip hop. The hip hop generation kept that James Brown sound protected. So we took back control of a lot of stuff from the 70s during the 80s and early 90s, the hip hop community. So people couldn't come in and rape that genre. Like the 70s, you don't see white groups doing 70s style music or James Brown style music. You rarely see that. Because you got so many people in hip hop who embrace that. You got so many people in hip hop who embrace that. Parliament too. That's another thing exactly, that Parliament funk from the 70s, Dr. Dre got that and said, well, we're going to keep that and we're going to call it G-Funk, but it's really Parliament. When Dr. Dre did The Chronic, he said that's all he would listen to was Parliament. So we got that sound and we were the gatekeepers of it. We re-embraced it. So you don't see no white groups trying to even fuck with James Brown or no Bootsy or no Parliament as far as them playing it and taking that genre, because people will be like, oh, you being like Dr. Dre, oh, you trying to be like Snoop. We already got that. You understand? Warren G, all these folks. But when the 80s came around, you had that Kashif, you had the Alexander O'Neal, you had some real fly shit in the 80s, and we abandoned that for hip-hop, for NWA, all that, the hip-hop shit. And for the most part, we left that 80s sound just kind of sit there. Going into the 90s, that New Jack sound, we let that New Jack sound kind of sit there. Nobody's been fucking with that New Jack sound, that early Teddy Riley sound. We kind of let it sit there. Let's go back to the 70s again. Understand, with the 70s and early 80s, you had the Gap Band, Charlie Wilson. In the late 80s, early 90s, you had people like Guy, Aaron Hall, and R. Kelly. They brought that Charlie Wilson. They protected that sound. You understand? They protected that sound in the 90s. You dig? So if anybody was trying to emulate that Charlie Wilson Gap Band sound, they're like, oh, you're trying to be like Aaron Hall and R. Kelly. But now let's fast forward. Now we've abandoned that. Black people, we've abandoned it. So now you got these white groups that have jumped on it, and these non-black groups. I won't even say white, but non-black groups. White too. But you got a lot of these groups, Daft Punk, whatever their name is. And I like them. I like their stuff. A lot of groups out of the UK, a lot of people are using that 80s sound now. Bruno Mars, a lot of people are using that 80s sound, and now the 90s sound. You dig? And let's go back to Detroit. And somebody made a good point about Detroit. Let's go to Detroit and house music, and in Chicago and house music. Disco, that was abandoned. Disco was abandoned, but it was abandoned by, there was a white backlash behind disco. So what happened, black people in Chicago, they reinvented disco and called it house music. They put a new spin on it. They made it more sleek. They made it more electronic. And they fleshed out some things and made it more cool. And they brought disco back with house music. So again, we took control of that. Again. This is why it's very important to re-embrace certain genres. Yeah, the white supremacists sabotage disco. But it's very important to re-embrace our music. And so now you got these brothers who do house music. They're capitalizing off that, which is good. I like to see us capitalizing off that. Said, did Bruno influence me to drop his time? No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Because it doesn't sound anything like Bruno's stuff. Y'all got to understand, I grew up on the Kashif. So this is stuff I listen to all the time. The reason why I did something like It's Time is because I've been looking for groups to make that type of R&B and nobody's making it. And the thing is, I keep having to listen to all the old shit from the 80s. I'm like, well, shit. Let me just make some shit that I like. Let me make some shit that I want to hear. Because I look and wait for R&B groups to come out with some fly, player, funk, boom, bap, 80s type Mac and shit. I've been waiting on it. Every blue moon, some people might come close, but not all the way there. You understand? Every blue moon, some artists might come close to it. I'm talking about some of that hit the floor, Evelyn Champagne King, the shit that it comes on and you got to hit the floor, that type of thing. It's just not, nobody's really making that like that. You know, Bruno Mars and Tuxedo, people like that, a couple of cats out of the UK, they're coming close to it. You dig? So that's why, that was my influence. It was just a lack thereof. That's why the record sounds, It's Time. It's blowing so many people away because it doesn't sound like anything that's out right now. It doesn't sound like anything that's out. And a lot of people are comparing it to the old school, which it is old school. It's a very old school record. And it bumps. And the thing is, the whole vibe behind it is that old school player shit. And that was very important. Because a lot of songs out now, R&B songs, R&B artists is niggas with skinny jeans and aroma beads and niggas taking milk baths. And I'm not shitting on them. I mean, this is the new generation. And I don't shit on the young generation, but I want to see some of that old school player shit. Me personally. I'm like, how come we haven't embraced that again? I like that old school player shit. I don't want to see niggas singing and you in the desert in a thong. They're talking about you want your baby back. And all right. We need that macho shit. You got the R&B now is like almost mumble singing. If we're going to be real, R&B now is almost mumble singing. Niggas mumble and then sing a hook. It's kind of weird. I'm not knocking. Some of it sounds good. There's some R&B that I like, especially from the women like SZA and Her, and there's a couple of things that I like. But let's be real. The dudes come out on stage with nipple rings and shimmering lotion and shit. I'm like, okay, I can't really relate to that. I can fuck with the women. The women are hardcore with it. The women are doing their thing, but the dudes are real coming out there with seashells and their braids and shit. I ain't knocking them. I know this is the new kind of generation, but where's that old player shit? Nigga, come on out there with a suit and you spitting. You singing about, player shit. You understand me? I like Tank. Now, Tank is good. I like Tank. Tank is good. Like The Weeknd. And The Weeknd, I've been hard on the dude The Weeknd. And again, you know, I ain't Luther Vandross or no shit. I'm a decent singer. And The Weeknd is good. But what's that? He's on the... I saw a video with The Weeknd. This nigga was on the beach. Tell me everything you like. I'm okay. All right. Okay. And that song, didn't that song go platinum? I mean, that's the shit that's hot right now. That's cool, but where's the player shit? You know, I want to be on the beach. You know, I don't want to be on the beach smelling like coconut oil. You know, with sand in between my toes. You dig? Where's the player shit? And I ain't shitting on The Weeknd. Shout out to The Weeknd. He might be a good brother. I know I'm hard on him. Where's the player shit? You know, something for the ladies and the players. Yeah? See, that's the thing. See, people don't know how to mix it up no more. See, a lot of the dudes now, the R&B, you know, it's like we're going to be strictly for the ladies. But then it turns into simping and cupcaking. You understand? It becomes some simpy cupcake bullshit. Or it becomes some old semi-moist shit. You got dudes out here who singing the niggas. With Frank Ocean. Shout out to Frank Ocean. Not shitting on Frank. I like some of Frank's stuff, but Frank ain't singing just to the ladies. He's singing to the dudes. I ain't shitting on nobody's lifestyle, but I ain't singing to the dudes. I'm singing for the players, to the ladies. You understand? I sing to the ladies and I sing for the players. Frank Ocean is singing to the niggas. And I ain't shitting on, don't nobody put up no headline, Tariq is shitting on Frank Ocean. Don't do that, because y'all niggas be getting my videos and chopping up some, no. Don't do that. I ain't shitting on Frank Ocean. That's my brother. That is my brother. Ain't nobody shitting on Frank Ocean, so don't flip that. You feel? But that's our stuff, man. That's why it's just throwing people back just to see, you know, just a motherfucker come out there in a big ass fur coat at a club, working the shoulders like Colonel Abrams. Y'all look up Colonel Abrams. He's the king of the shoulder work. Don't hate on my shoulders. I'm like, what the fuck you doing working your shoulders? Nigga, that's player shit. That's old nigga shit right there. You work the shoulders. I ain't trying to work my hips, nigga. That's the problem. If I start working my fucking hips, that's the problem. I'm gonna keep it all up in here, nigga. This is the best I can do on stage, nigga. When I start throbbing my balls and thrusting my nuts, then y'all gonna have to come holler at me. I'm not a nut thruster. I fuck with these shoulders all day on your ass. I did a little sea walk, you know. I might do a little footwork, but I ain't nut thrusting. All right, so y'all just don't expect none of that from me. Yeah. Man. Man, I'm a beast with these fucking shoulders, though. What's up, Woke Video? I see you, player. I see you, Woke Video. When do I sleep? I got a bunch of fucking kids, man, so I don't sleep for shit. I don't sleep for shit. Yeah, shout out to Levert. Levert was the shit. Levert, they were the dudes. But going to the cultural appropriation thing, no. I don't think Bruno's doing it. The thing is, we have a genre that we left wide open and other people are capitalizing off of it. And the thing with us, with black folks, see, we don't like nothing until it gets a cosign from the dominant white society. And understand, there's a racial hierarchy. And in that racial hierarchy, people who are non-white, but who are still not black, but they're still on that racial hierarchy, certain things are more acceptable from them. For example, Bruno Mars. White society would accept R&B from him. And it's like, we'll accept black music from him, but we don't have to embrace black culture or black people. So he's the perfect buffer. These racially ambiguous people are the great are great buffers for certain things within our culture. So to blame them, that it's kind of premature to blame them because he didn't do anything about it. He's just singing whatever he likes. So you just have to blame the system of white supremacy. And our brother Neely Fuller says, hey, non-white people don't get caught up in the trap of being pitted against each other by the white supremacists, because understand the reason why that racial hierarchy exists is because of the white supremacists. We always got to put that in context. We always got to put that in context. Yeah, these racially ambiguous people, they always get, shit pops off with them. That's why I look at The Rock. The act of The Rock. The reason why he's a popular actor is because you can make him any race. You can make him any race. You can put him in, and they make sure to make him racially ambiguous in movies. He's the any race man. Now, that Earthquake movie, that San Andreas movie, they I guess they tried to make him white because he had a daughter, and the daughter was lily white, and that just didn't look right. I'm looking at the movie, and I'm like, what the fuck is he doing with this lily white daughter? You dig? Ben Diesel, that's another one. Ben Diesel is another one. They like those racially ambiguous people. Yeah, you understand? So we got to put that on the system of white supremacy. Say The Rock can't, no, he can't pass for white, but they'll try to slip it in there. Hell, even with J-Lo, they try to make J-Lo white in movies. You dig? And she's a Latina in certain movies and white in others, and they flip it. They like that. Yeah, Ben don't even talk about his race, and Hollywood does that. Hollywood tells them not to. You dig? Yeah, Made in Manhattan. Yeah, you're a Latina. You can play an ethnic when it's convenient. That's a great thing to be able to flip and dip in and out of racial roles. You understand? But as far as cultural appropriation, there are some people who genuinely do that, and they should be called out on that. I don't think Bruno is one of those people. But again, we have to embrace things that we create. See, black folks, we got a very bad habit of letting stuff go. We don't maintain certain things. I have a friend down in Birmingham, Alabama. Y'all know I used to live in Birmingham as a kid. A real good friend of mine is he used to be a DJ down there, a brother named Chris Talley. Real good buddy of mine. And I talked to him the other day. And I was asking him, he still lives in Birmingham, and I was asking him about a lot of the stuff that was there when I was there as a kid in the 80s. In the 80s, there was an old brother named A.G. Gaston. He was an old millionaire. He was a boule dude. And A.G. died. He was old back then. So he died years ago. But A.G. Gaston owned a lot of property down in Birmingham. He was an old boule dude. He made a lot of money with real estate and funeral homes. If you're from Birmingham, you've heard of A.G. Gaston or some of his buildings, the A.G. Gaston building. So. But A.G. Gaston, he owned radio stations. He owned the Boys Club. He owned a whole bunch of stuff down in Birmingham. And I asked my dude, I'm like, where's all that? Is that A.G. Gaston stuff still there? And they were like, nah, man. The kids, his kids sold all that shit. When he died, the kids inherited it and just sold that shit. All that stuff is white people own all that shit now. The kids couldn't wait to sell that shit. You dig? What's up, Agent On? You lived in Birmingham a couple of years ago? That's what's up. Yeah, A.G. Gaston owns Citizens Trust Bank. Yeah, I met him a couple of times, just in passing. Good old dude. You know, he was about that business. But The kids got that shit. The minute they got it, they flipped it and sold it, man. And we gotta learn how to hold on to something and make it work. We gotta hold on to it and keep monetizing it. You dig? Am I going to Birmingham, England? I might be going to Birmingham, England on in June. But we gotta instill in our offspring and our youths to hold on to certain things of value so that we can monetize it and still hold on to ownership of it. The minute something gets inherited, you don't just cash out. No, because you got people circling around waiting on you to. They waiting on you to die so they can get your offspring to make them cash out. No, you don't cash out on something that's still bringing in revenue. Yeah, you hold on to real estate and hold on to that shit for generations on. That's what's up, Ashley. You said I motivated you to lose 40 pounds. How much you weigh now? Yeah, Birmingham down in the 80s, they were still doing it. It was a steel thing. They had the steel factories and all that. Because they got all that iron ore out there. They got that big statue, the Vulcan statue. What's up over there in the Instagram chat room? I see y'all. How y'all doing, Instagram? I see you. And I'm still doing the vegan thing. I'm doing better now. Today was a little better because we had good food. Now we're doing the vegan thing, me and Peanut, and it's going cool. The first few days, this is like day 9. The first few days were kind of rough because you got to find something. I think in the first week you're trying to find good food. You're trying to find something that's still vegan, but actually that's good, and you can kind of stick with that for the rest of the month. And that's been our problem for the first week or so. We've been trying to just find stuff that's actually good, that will stay on you. Because a lot of the vegan food just kind of goes through you. And a lot of the shit ain't good. And we got to be very honest. A lot of this vegan shit ain't good. But there's some things that are good. Like I had some pretty good stuff today. We had some rice, beans, vegetable, different stuff. And I ate a Chipotle burrito with no meat. That was good, and that filled me up. We went to a restaurant in Pasadena yesterday, and it was a white-owned restaurant, and this food was vegan, and I took pictures of it. I put the pictures up on Instagram. All my Instagram people, you can see the pictures. The people like, yummy. Oh, that looks so good. That shit was garbage. That shit was garbage. It looked good. See, the thing is, they'll make all this stuff look good. And that's what a lot of vegan food and vegan restaurants do. They're all into the cosmetics of the food. It'll look great, but that shit, you taste it tastes like nothing. This place, they have the cauliflower buffalo wings. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, the buffalo cauliflower that gives you the illusion that you're eating buffalo wings. And they had some tacos with the jackfruit that's a substitute meat, gives you the illusion that you're eating like chicken taco. That shit was garbage. And I guess it was this particular spot because I've had vegan tacos before and they were good. A sister in Milwaukee made me some rain. Very good. They had that vegan macaroni and cheese, and we got that for my kids because they love mac and cheese. They didn't even touch that shit. They don't even know what vegan is. They knew not to eat that. They're like, this shit is garbage. They started eating some damn graham crackers out of peanut purse. Yeah, the kids didn't even eat none of that shit. They didn't want to rock with it. You dig? But there's some soups. I had a soup earlier that was good. Peanut got a soup from someplace, and I had like a pasta salad over at Soup Plantation. That was very good, and that was filling. See, that's the thing. If you find something good, it'll fill you up. If you eat something, if you eat a lot of something that's whack, you just won't be filled up. So soups are good. Different vegan soups are good. Soups are pretty filling. And I learned that soup and vegetables, soup and salad, eating that together, that'll kind of get you right for a few hours. Yeah, I'm not doing nothing with the soy, none of that. But today was good. I wasn't that hungry today. I had a pretty couple of good meals, and we sticking it out. We rocking with it. I want to try that sister spot in Inglewood tomorrow because people keep recommending that. The different squash. But that's the thing with the vegan food. It's like, well, if you try stirring up some cabbage and putting some seasoning on it, that'll be like ground meat. If you get some jackfruit, that'll be like ground chicken. And if you get some tofu and mix that up, that'll be, put some hot sauce on it, that'll be like a pork chop. And if you get some cauliflower and put some seasoning on it and fry it up, that'll be like buffalo wings. And I'm like, Candy's ass. The lies! The lies! The lies! That's how I feel. I'm tired of the damn lies. My God. Ketogenic diet. Man. Eat more butternut squash. Well, you know what I did? I got, a lot of people were saying, well, you need to get some vitamins too. So I ordered some vitamins. I got those today. I want to see if that will help. So I'm going to see what that's popping like. I'm going to see what that's popping like. Yeah, it keeps you cleansed though. Yeah, it keeps you regular. Man. See, vitamins make you hungry. Eat lentil. Yeah. I think we had some lentil in the soup. Ethiopian food. We were going to try an Ethiopian spot. That's something that we might do too. We might try the Ethiopian spot. Yeah, but it's, you know, the vegan thing is coming, and we're sticking with it until I go to Miami. Again, I might be in Miami at the end of the month, and when I go to Miami, nigga, fuck a vegan. I'm eating some jerk chicken and Cuban food. Heavy. You dig? But the vegan thing is working. We're going to work that thing out. Did I talk about CBC and Farrakhan? No. I don't know anything about that. What's up, James Ramon? You was vegan for a year. Your mind was sharp. That's what's up. That's what's up. But everybody, what's a lot of y'all in here right now? Shit. I just looked at the numbers. A lot of y'all in here. Everybody, if you're in here, I want everybody to go to iTunes right now on your phone. Go to iTunes, and I need you to get that Mink Slide single. Get the pre-order. If you're looking in the video on YouTube, right below, you'll see the link for the official video right below the chat. It's a Mink Slide official video. You can go to iTunes, pre-order the single. Pre-order it now. It's only $1. Everybody in the chat room right now, all of you. Shout out to Thomas William. Y'all dropping something on the Melanoid Ministries right now. Respect that. You got an Android. It will be on Google Android, Google Play on the 20th. It'll be on Spotify, Tidal, and all that on the 20th. But all my iPhone users, all my Apple users, I need y'all to go get that pre-order now and leave a review for the song. Leave a review for the song. Right now. You can do that right now. You can do the pre-order thing. So when it comes out, it'll just bam. Let's get those pre-orders racked up. Because a lot of people, the song is buzzing. And you know The Root, they wrote their first slander article today. They were talking shit about me, as they always do. The Root is always talking shit about me. The white-owned, that pretends that they're black publication, they were talking, who is this nigga trying to be like Cisco? They're trying to be witty and they're corny as usual. So their white masters, they've unleashed them. Because understand, when you do something like this music thing is very important. And when you start doing a music genre or getting into the music game and you're not going through those higher powers, so to speak, they get real funny style and they start sending their Negro minions at you. So the white-owned root, they're sending their Negro minions already. Because understand, the record labels, these major corporations, they own companies like the Root. Look at all the people who really own the Root. The Root is trash. They're supposed to be the voice of black society. It's a bunch of bedwenches, coons, white ass kissers up there. You understand? You dig? That's what it is. But everybody get that. Get that single. Because this thing is buzzing. And what you're going to see a lot of slander in the next couple of weeks until the record is released. I'm telling you now, the white daddy is going to send his Negro minions to try to slander and hate the record down. Because the record is buzzing right now. Heavy. And we're sending it to certain radio next week. You dig? So, yeah, they hate on everything I do. They hate on everything I do. But that's not a problem. You don't stop your grind based on what dusty niggas, bedwenches, and coons are going to hate on. You don't live your life like that. You understand? They hated. When I wrote books, they hated on them. When I came out with my books, I was getting hated on heavy until them shit started selling into the hundreds of thousands. You understand? When my books came out, boy, the media was hell on me. But then my book started selling through the roof. Then they started to copy it. Then they started getting all these white PUAs and putting their books out. When I started doing documentaries, same thing. Hate. They were hating on that. When the movies all became number one, all of a sudden they started funding a little more black movies then. They started emulating that. People like the Mink Slide shirt. I'm going to make some Mink Slide shirts available for the public to get. You know, this is stuff for our upcoming tour. We're going on the road. We're going to get it popping with the Mink Slide thing. We're getting this thing popping. You dig? We're going to have it on the official Mink Slide website probably by next week. We're going to have some shirts available. So you brought the automatic in 2001. That's what's up. But yeah, the hate is that exactly. The hate is free publicity. Let them hate. I don't mind. Because the thing is, they'll talk shit, but when people hear the record, they're like, oh, that shit is hot. Well, you cannot deny that that song, It's Time, is a hot-ass record. And they know it. You dig? Man. So what about a mink coat? But again, like I said, the ladies in the video look great. It's a good video. So it's a different video. It's completely different to what's happening out here now. We ain't wearing skinny jeans. We ain't in a bubble bath. Ain't nobody got on no nipple ring. It's just some player shit. Straight up and down, old school. You at the club, you meeting the ladies. The ladies are fly. You come in, you fly. It's just some real fly, old school player shit. And that's a breath of fresh air. You dig? That's why shit, the video was been out for like a day and a half. The video's only been out for a couple of days. Well, no, it's been out for a few days. It's been out for like, what, 3 or 4 days? Not even a week yet. And the video's, what, almost 50,000? Over 50,000? And this is from Grassroots. Brand new group. You dig? And the buzz is heavy. Yeah, that guitar, the guitar solo. Yeah, that guitar solo. People like the guitar solo because again, that's a very '80s thing. In the '80s, they'd have a lot of guitar solos in records. Remember, the record, like I said on YouTube the other night, I want the record to sound like it actually came out in the '80s. Even our whole album, the whole vibe is I want you to put the album on, and I want you to think that it's something that an album that you missed from the '80s. That's why the name of the album is called Egyptian Musk. I want you to smell the Egyptian musk in the curl activator in the air when you hear the record. I want you to get that old school feeling back. You understand? But again, go to iTunes, everybody. Right here on Instagram, go to iTunes. Right here on YouTube, go to iTunes, type in Mink Slide. It's time, and then pre-order it. It's only $1. Pre-order it. We're going to do that for the culture. All right? To get my soul going. We're going to do another video soon. The video we're going to do is going to be real 80s. It's going to be ultra 80s. I'm talking about, I'm thinking about getting like a Pac-Man machine. And I mean, we're going to be doing a whole bunch of 80s shit. But it's going to be fun. It's real fun, old school, feel-good music. You dig? And that's the thing. I reckon it's that old school shit where we ain't talking about moist nigga shit. We ain't talking about getting high and doing mollies. It ain't, we ain't talking about that old sucker ass shit. It's just basic, hey, man, we're going to go to the club, meet a fly lady. You look good. I like you. Let's go ahead and leave. It's just real fly shit like that. Man. So you had some Egyptian musk in the 90s. Yeah, Egyptian musk was the shit back in the late 80s, early 90s. Egyptian musk was the shit. You did? Anyway, let me get up out of here. Who's the guy dancing with? That's my dude, Johnny, man. Johnny gets it in. That's my assistant pimp. Oh, no, we get it in, man. My group is a beast. Yes, Mink Slide is on iTunes. Yes, it is. Yes, Mink Slide is definitely on iTunes. It is on iTunes. If you go to iTunes, go to iTunes Music. What's up, Corey Bush? Yes. See, there's a raw vegan spot in Columbia, South Carolina called Rawtopian Bliss, owned by a sister named Chef Sa Salome. Okay. See, I'm on my way to McDonald's. Nah. But yeah, it's on iTunes. It's definitely on iTunes. All right. Let me get out of here, man. I'm going to let y'all go to sleep. It's 11-something out here in LA. Man, y'all have a good night, family. I will see y'all on Ustream this Sunday. Y'all be good.